Hey guys, my name is Nat. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the 2019 remake of Aladdin. It has been out for a while, so I think a lot of people have seen it. Hi, Tor. Hi, get out. Thank you. Sorry. No. Thank you. We're going to talk about the remake. I'm so sorry, I just got distracted. We're going to talk about the remake, and I just want to say that I don't. Tor, stop. Tak. Læg dig, please. I just want to start with saying I don't think that remakes are supposed to be better than the original. I don't think so. I think it's a tribute, and I think it's a chance to fix some things. Even if it's really good, you know, you can. It's a chance to add some things that needs to be added. But I don't think it's supposed to be better. I think it's a tribute to the old movie. So I don't expect live remakes to be better than the original. Never, and it's not supposed to be. Also, I would like to say Aladdin is one of my favorite Disney movies. Jasmine is my favorite Disney princess with Kira. So this is a movie that I love, and I'm not gonna lie, my expectations to that was when they said they were going to make it, I was like, they need to be really, really good. And I had like these high expectations. That said, the more I got told about the movie, the lower my expectations got. And my expectations ended up, when I went into the cinema, to be very, very low. I really didn't expect it to be very good. And still I was disappointed. Through the movie, I was really bored a lot of the time, and I have never went into the cinema and watched a movie and been bored while watching it. That has never happened before. I have seen some movies where I have forgotten them later, and I was like, yeah, they were good, but they weren't like amazing afterwards. But while I'm in the cinema, I've never tried to be bored like I was with Aladdin. Okay, so yeah, let's just get into it. I'm going to start with the characters. Going through all the characters, what they did good and what they didn't do so good, and then I'm going to go into the songs, because a big part of Aladdin is the songs. They're really important. And then in the end, I'm going to give you my last overview of things that I haven't said yet that I want to say. So yeah, let's just get into start with Aladdin, because Aladdin is the first character we get introduced to, and I hate the introduction. in the original, he steals. We get made him when he's stealing bread, and he's really talking about how he only steals what he needs to, and that he's starving and he needs this, and his life is in danger for this bread. Okay, so in the live action remake, he steals from some girls. They steal from him. He catches them, and he steals from them instead. And then, I mean, he basically just go and gets that exchange. It doesn't feel like he's in danger. It doesn't feel like this big deal. It really seems so easy. Also, he doesn't sing Jump Ahead here. He first does it later. And Jump Ahead is really about how he just steals because he's starving, and he only steals what he needs, and he needs this. And yeah, in the live action remake, it really just feels like so easy for him. It doesn't feel like this big struggle. And when he gives the food to the children, it doesn't feel like a big deal. In the original, he's literally thinking about giving it to them. Like, he's sitting and looking at it, and he's like, he's starving, you know? So he's not sure he should give it to the children, and he thinks about it and ends up doing it because he's a good person. When he gives the bread to the children here, it doesn't seem like a big sacrifice, because it didn't seem hard for him to get it. And I just think it ruined his character. He just steals for somebody who also wants to steal for him. It's, yeah, you don't get the same sympathy. You don't get the same bond with him. You don't feel with him. I will say, I forgot what he's called, but the actor that they chose for Aladdin, like Aladdin was like one of my first Disney crushes, one of them, and when they said they were going to find Aladdin, I was like so scared, because like, who do you find? His face and his look is Aladdin. Like, that's a good thing, okay? But I really wish that we got that sympathy with Aladdin that we did before, and we just don't. And I think that's really, really sad, because it just ruins like the rest of it, because you, in the original, you meet Aladdin and you go through what he goes through with him, where he looks for bread and everything, and here it all seemed so easy for him, and it's not supposed to be. And yeah, I think that was a big mistake. And let's go on to Jasmine, which I might be even angrier about her than I am with Aladdin, which says a lot. Jasmine doesn't even have an introduction. We don't meet her in the palace. We don't know what she's going through. We don't know his father is trying to ship her off. We don't know her father is trying to ship her off with some guy and wants her to marry. We don't know she runs away from the palace. We don't know anything about her. We just meet her stealing apples, giving it to some children, and is about to get her hand chopped off. Like, we don't know anything about her. There's no backstory. They just want us to know everything already. And that's not how you're supposed to do with a movie. You're supposed to tell the story, not just expect people to already know the story. This is not a sequel, okay? If it was a sequel, okay, you don't need a backstory, because it's in the first movie. This is not a sequel, it's a remake. You're supposed to tell us the story. And we don't get Jasmine. Like, you don't know she's a princess. I mean, for God's sake. You don't know anything. And oh my God, I just don't understand why they would do that. I don't. I'm just gonna check my notes. Yeah, we don't know who the fuck she is. Again, the sympathy. We don't have sympathy with her because we don't know what she's going through. Just with Aladdin, there's no sympathy. There's no telling us who they are, what they're going through, why we should care about these people. There's none of that. None of it. And that bothers me a lot. So, yeah. And now let's go on to the genie. I think Will Smith as the genie did get a lot of backlash when it first was announced. And here's the thing. Robbie Williams did the perfect genie. But the genie was made for him. And I think it's important we as people don't try and don't compare them all the time. Like, because Will Smith is never gonna be Robbie Williams. And that's actually something that I liked. I feel like he didn't try and be Robbie Williams. I really feel like he did a tribute to the genie, but he didn't try and be Robbie Williams because he could never do that. He did put his own spin on it, made it his own genie, and didn't try and just do what Robbie Williams did. And I think that ended up really good. And I actually think Will Smith was good as the genie. I really do. I think when he was blue, it looked very silly. The CGI wasn't good. But that's not Will Smith's fault. That is the CGI apartment's fault, the director's fault, all that. But I don't think it's Will Smith's fault that he looks silly as the genie when he was blue, because he couldn't do anything about that. So, but I think we really feel like Will Smith has a lot of fun doing the genie, and I think he does a really good job. I really do. There's a scene where they're dancing a Bollywood dance at the palace, where the genie tries and helps Aladdin, and I liked it to a certain point. I thought it got ridiculous in the end. I thought it was so stupid when Aladdin like swang around and went into the splits and stuff. I was like, oh, that was a moment in the movie where I was like, come on, seriously, like this is ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, but what are you doing? This is stupid. Um, Again, the director's fault. It wasn't Will Smith. Will Smith was really good. He was a good actor. He is a good actor. I think he is really good in these roles where he's funny. Like, he's not so serious roles. But I think in general, there's no denying that Will Smith is a good actor. And I actually think him as a genie was a good choice. So I think the directors need a hand for that, because that is one of the only things that he's doing good. That's one of the best things about the movie is Will Smith, which is sad, because there should be more than that. So I do have a little bit more to say about the genie, but I will talk more about the genie a little bit later when we're talking about Dahlia, because that's a whole nother thing. And now I'm going to talk about the Sultan. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have that much to say about him. In the original, he's a very silly guy. He doesn't understand that Jafar is evil. He doesn't get it. He's just a really funny comic relief. I love the Sultan in the original. I think he's great. In this one, he's not. And yeah, he's a lot more serious. He's not so silly. I personally don't like that. I personally think that was a mistake. But I will say, it doesn't matter that much. Like, if that was the only thing that it did I didn't like, I probably wouldn't really think about it. Like, to be honest. So I don't like that they changed his character, but I don't think it matters that much for the movie. And now we are going to Jafar. So something I would like to say first is the villains. Thank you. The villains of Disney movies is just as important as the protagonist. You know, like if you don't have a good villain, you're not gonna have a good story. And Jafar is one of the best Disney villains, because he's really evil and he's scary. In this one, he honestly seems more like a spoiled brat. He's just annoying, honestly. And he's in the first one, like in the original one, he has humor, he's funny, he makes jokes that you can laugh at that the Sultan doesn't get. All of that is gone. You get a little bit of a backstory from him. I think it still seems stupid. Then there's the thing that the actor, I think they cast the wrong actor. Not because I personally have anything against him. I don't. Sorry, my legs are sleeping. I don't. But I think Jafar should be older. I don't think he's supposed to be this young, handsome, hot guy. Like, that seemed wrong to me. And something that I'm really mad about is he doesn't have a song. He doesn't have a villain song, which I think is like one of the most epic things in Disney movies is the villain song, and they don't have one. Like, are you kidding me? Also, his relationship, his like weird, twisted relationship with Diago, gone. None of that. None. And yeah, I just don't like him as a villain. He's more annoying than evil to me. He seems like a spoiled brat who does things that he deserves everything. He doesn't seem as evil, he just seems annoying, like a little kid that doesn't get what he wants. And I don't think that's what they were going for. I don't hope that was what they were going for. I really don't hope so. So yeah, I really don't like that about Jafar. Yeah. So we have Abu and Roger. I'm going to take those two together because Roger just barely was in the movie. She barely was there. They might as well have cut her out almost. I mean, okay, that would have been awful. I would have been so mad. But like she was barely in the movie. We barely got her and Jasmine's relationship. Um, I guess they realized how bad the CGI was and they didn't want to do the lion and the tiger as well. But I don't know because they did all the other things. So then we have Abu, and I'm not gonna lie, Abu was one of the best things about the original movie. The original. In this one, Abu loses a lot of his personality. Him and Aladdin doesn't seem like that much talking and that close to each other. The CGI again is bad. His facial expressions aren't there, and you don't care that much about Abu. Let me see. Yeah, you just lose his character. His character is gone, and yeah, I guess they didn't think that animals were important. I guess so. Yeah. And then we have Diago. Again, there's not much to say about Diago because he's just a normal parrot. He can't talk. Like, he was one of the funniest people in the original. He was hilarious. And they choose to take his voice. They choose to just make him a normal parrot that can't talk. Like, I don't understand who thought that was a good idea. Like, Diego was the funniest character with Abu, I think, personally. And they made him a normal parrot. He doesn't talk, he can't say anything. He's just a normal parrot that flies around. And again, he doesn't have a relationship with Jafar because he can't talk. So, yeah, I did not like that, obviously. And the CGI, again, is bad. Then we have the carpet. Okay, and here's the thing, the carpet was done so well. Like, the carpet is so beautiful. It actually, it's so beautiful. Like, I said the CGI is bad all around. The carpet is done so good when you meet him in the cave. He has so much personality. He has more personality than the animals have. Like, he shows more with what he does than the animals does. Like, how is that possible? It's done so good, it's done so beautiful. You care so much about the carpet. You get that the carpet has a personality. It's just so well done. This is one of the best thing the movies did was the carpet. When the carpet's in the cave, I loved it. Like, it was really, really good. Now we're going to go to Dahlia, who is a new character in the movie. She's Jasmine's maid, and she's boring and annoying and not funny. She's used as a comic relief instead of some of the others that used to be an original, and she is used to give the genie a love interest because I don't know, okay? It is so stupid. She annoyed me a lot, okay? Like, every time it was about her, I just got frustrated because I was like, this is not what I came to see. This is not what I wanted to see. I don't think we needed that subplot. I don't think we needed her as a character. I don't think she adds anything good to the story, and I think she as a character was a mistake. Again, I don't think it's the actor's fault. I just think it was a poorly written character that nobody wanted and nobody cared about, and I talk. And I think she should never have been in the movie High Scare. And now I'm going to talk about the songs, and I'm going to start with Arabian Night. And I actually love the Arabian Night. I'm not gonna lie, when they started singing that, not when Will Smith started singing it, because I did not like the boat scene. Like, that was a mess. Like, I hated that. But when it like went over and you saw like Jasmine and down on the street and you saw like, you know, Akraba, I actually thought that was beautiful, and I actually thought it could have been a really pretty start of the movie. I really think it could have been done well. I think it was a good song. I think it sounded beautiful, and when it started playing for real, I got so excited and I got so happy because I was like, oh my god, it's Arabian Night! Yay, the movie's starting! I'm so excited. Um, so I do think that was one of the best songs um, of this movie. And now we're going to talk about One Jump Ahead, which is one of the best songs because it's so fun, but it's also one that helps to show Aladdin's character. And as I said earlier, he isn't shown his character, he isn't shown his motivation. One Jump Ahead is shown later on when he actually helps Jasmine. And One Jump Ahead is about how he's trying to survive and he doesn't feel like he's in danger. He is walking half the time while singing it, and he is barely singing. He's actually just talking the song a lot of the time. And at some point in the song, they like speed up that he walks, but he sings in a normal voice. So that doesn't make sense either. Yeah, I hated One Jump Ahead, and it didn't even feel like One Jump Ahead. It didn't even feel like a song. It just felt like him talking fast, like not a rap, just like talking fast with music in the background. It was not good, and yeah, it was bad. Friends Ali, and yeah. It is supposed to be magnificent. It's supposed to be beautiful and amazing, and it wasn't. The song is slowed down, probably so Will Smith can sing it better. I don't know. It's slowed down. It doesn't look as magnificent. They have taken out the genie going into the street and talking as the people there, which was one of the best things because it was so funny. Aladdin looks so awkward. Like, he doesn't look magnificent, he doesn't look cool, he doesn't, like, I remember in the original he like throws money out to the people and he just looks so cool, and in this one he just looks awkward. He just looks like he doesn't know what to do, and he's like it's awkward. It's not as cool, and it doesn't look as good as the original did. I love the original, but this one was just bad, and it was slowed down, and it was boring, and it was dull, and I expect more from a song that is supposed to introduce this amazing prince that the princess is gonna want no matter what, and I didn't get that. Then we have A Friend Like Me, the Ginny song. And I actually don't mind that. I don't think the CGI in the song was very well, but I think it was fun. I think Will Smith did a good job. I don't think it's better than the original, but I don't think it has to be better. I think it's a tribute, and I think that's fine. I think Will Smith did a good job in the song, and I liked it. I thought it was fun, and I thought it still showed what the genie could do and how fun the genie was, and I really liked that. So I didn't mind A Friend Like Me. I actually thought A Friend Like Me was really good. And then we have the most iconic song of the whole movie, and it was not good. And again, in a movie like this, the CGI needs to be good, and it wasn't. It did not look beautiful. It just looked fake and weird, and it didn't feel special. Jasmine has a beautiful voice. I'm not gonna say she hasn't. Aladdin, not great. Sorry. It didn't feel special. It didn't feel like this magic moment that it really should feel like. It should feel like this magical moment where they really fall in love and realize they're meant for each other, and it doesn't. It's not pretty, it's not beautiful, it's not special. It's yeah, that's all I've written here. It's just not special, it's not pretty, the CGI is bad. It's not a good scene. It should be this magical moment, and they fail miserably. This was again a point in the theater where I just sat and thought, oh my god, no, this is bad. When is this movie going to end? Please, this is not good. And like I said, I've never thought that in a movie theater before, and this is a moment where you're not supposed to think that. Then we have a new song that they chose to put in, which Jasmine sings when they're about to lead her away, and it's called Speechless. And I'm not gonna lie, she has a beautiful voice. She does. It's a beautiful voice, and I like the lyric. It could be a good song, but the song feels out of place. It feels stupid. At a point, it turns around and the god just disappears out in the blue air. It felt stupid. I when she started singing, suddenly started singing, I laughed because it felt so out of place. It felt so stupid. It felt, I don't have words for it. It just felt so stupid. Maybe I would have liked if they had made it a song that was sang in the end, maybe, as like an extra song. But there, it just felt so out of place. Felt so stupid. Felt so funny. And I don't think they wanted it to be funny, but it was. I laughed, and we should just have gotten the villain song instead. Jafar should have had his villain song, and this Beatles song should not have been there. I have some final notes. I have one thing I would really like to talk about, and that is the cave. It's a stone cave. It's not made of sand. It's just there, and it seems like anybody could find it. We don't get explained how Jafar finds it. It is, you could just stumble upon it. It seems like. It doesn't seem like that's special. The way Jafar gets Aladdin to help him is that he starts saying how he was a street rat, and that whole thing seems stupid. It didn't seem genuine, and I know that we know he's bad, but I just feel like he's supposed to not seem like it, and he doesn't, and it is so bad. And then we go inside. Ow, sorry, my leg hurts really bad. Then we go inside, and it is not glorious. It is dark and dull, not pretty. The Cave of Wonders is supposed to be this giant gold cave, diamonds, rubies, beautiful, just magic everywhere. And it didn't seem like that at all. It seemed boring. It was so dark. It was like, in the original there's like gold everywhere. You come from the outside where it's dark, and you go inside and it's just gorgeous. And it's not in this movie. It didn't seem like the Cave of Wonders. Let's just say it like that. And then we have when the cave starts going down, and again we have the same problem as we did in the beginning, where it seems too easy. Aladdin doesn't really seem that much in danger. He seems like he gets out of it very easily. Like in the original, we think he's going to die several times. And here it's just like, yeah, it was easy. He just got out and not out, but he just got away from the lava and boom, and he's good, and nothing special there. I'm going to take my notes quickly. Yeah. And final notes. Okay, so like I said, the CGI is bad all around. The CGI is just bad general through the movie, both with characters and the scenery. The scenery looks fake. It's not pretty. It's just fake. That's something I already have said. Something I haven't said is the costumes are actually gorgeous. Like the costume department needs a medal because that was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it was so pretty. That was what I liked best about the movies, was the costumes. Yeah, I think I've said everything I want to say. Tell me in the comments what you thought about the movie. Do you agree with me? Is there something that I missed? Do you think the movie was good? I don't, obviously. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.